Welcome everybody, and I hope you're doing well. I also hope that you had an opportunity to get a few additional snacks, perhaps something cool to drink. If you didn't know that we were still sort of in a pandemic, I think you figured it out now, and it's taken us a little bit of time to welcome you to tonight's annual meeting. But we're on, so let's talk. I'm so thrilled you're here joining us tonight. I am lucky enough to be sitting on the deck of our good friend Karen's wonderful, wonderful spot in Lafayette and highlighting all the beauty of the East Bay and its beautiful hills. So tonight we're going to be inspired, and I want to teach you and tell you a little bit more about what we've learned and what we're learning about the future of wish granting, and most importantly, to celebrate our annual award winners. So we've learned a lot about wish granting this past year, and even about video production and annual meetings that are virtual too. We'll get into that later. Some of the things that we thought we knew have definitely changed. For example, we started doing indoor wishes earlier this year, and then with the Delta variant, we had to go back outdoors. We've had to delay some of our travel wishes, particularly to Hawaii, when we knew that there was, again, the Delta variant outbreak. So we've had to put families that are fully vaccinated on hold. And just like the rest of you, and like everybody else, I think in this world right now, the ongoing supply chain troubles have impacted our wishes. Whether it's a delay in getting our computers for our kiddos, gaming equipment, bikes, we've even had delay in puppies. Everybody wants one. So the good news is we just finished our fiscal year 2021 on actually a really high note. And while we thought we'd be in a different place by now than where we are, there's some things that are okay. So let's talk with a few of the buzzwords, and we just demonstrated them tonight. Virtual, which often means pivoting, which means reemergence. Those are the words I thought we'd actually be done talking about. And here we are at the start of fiscal year 2022, and we're still doing them. We're still virtual, we're still pivoting, and we're still reemerging. Whatever your role with Make-A-Wish, though, I want to start by saying thank you. Thanks for hanging in with us, particularly when it comes to the fits and starts. And I hope you're still here with us tonight watching this awards ceremony and this annual meeting. Because the good news is there are some benefits to sticking with us. So let's take the virtual. So I love an in-person event. Most of you do too. You get to see people, maybe have a great meal, you're inspired. But virtual has its advantages. They're more accessible in many ways, and we can reach more people. And you all know we have a really big territory. So our friends who are tuning in tonight in Eureka, or our friends who are tuning in Monterey, they can be with us tonight. That's a good thing. We're learning more about this format and figuring out how to do it. And we're looking forward to more hybrid event options in the future. Because what's most important is that we find any way we can to connect more people to our mission. Pivot is a super jargony word, and I'm tired of it. But let's think about what it really means. It means that we're flexible. It means that we're resilient. And who demonstrates that better than our Wish kids? Think of what they do in their lives to get through their illnesses, get to the other side, and then come to us with their wishes. So you all know, as well as I do, we've always done whatever it takes to bring hope to children with critical illnesses when they need it the most. This time is no different. And I'm really proud of the dedication and the creativity that our volunteers have brought, our staff has brought, in the ways that we've done wish granting, but also in the ways we've done fundraising, the way we've done storytelling, and the events in this past year. Reemergence is taking longer than what we expected, and that happens. But what we do know is that we're bringing a lot more to the table than we did pre-pandemic. Our staff and our volunteers have learned and grown. They've had to adapt to changing policies, changing health conditions, all kinds of changes, and they've learned. Our theme tonight is investing in our strengths, because we know that our strength has always been our people and the community that we build. And if we continue to invest in our people and we continue to grow our community, we're going to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. We can do this, and we can do it together. We've learned that the road to reemergence is just that. It's a road. We won't arrive at a place where we just rest. Wish granting is a journey, not a destination. And between all the pivoting and the backtracking, we've made a lot of progress on that year, and thanks to you. Let's take a minute to celebrate just a few of our our numerical, our statistics. So our wish numbers. So first of all, in the midst of a pandemic, when at least here in our Bay Area chapter, we were really, really locked down for a lot, we still were able to grant 142 wishes. And we assisted other chapters with another 36 wishes. That's pretty extraordinary. You'll hear from my friend Susie more about that in a few minutes. But nationwide, we helped with other chapters in granting kids across this country 9,500 wishes during a pandemic. That's incredible, and we never thought we could do it. We've had some considerable fundraising success this year, and I want to thank everybody on the call tonight who's made a donation to us. Here's what we did. You all helped us build and grow a new giving society called Wishmakers Guild, and as importantly, helped us contribute to an endowment for mission delivery, honoring our incredible friend, supporter, medical referral source, Dr. Paul Fisher. Many of you have hosted external fundraising events for us, and thankfully those have started to come back, and they've been a success and allowed us not only to raise important funds, but to tell that Make-A-Wish story and inspire people to see it and feel it. And thanks to being virtual, we've also been able to do other things. So last year we did an annual meeting like we did tonight, so we could share more of that story. But we've also had fun events. We had something called Wish Quest, a scavenger hunt, which we're going to bring back again in December. We've had new ways of telling our story. Think about our authors roundtable with our Wish kiddos earlier this spring. What an inspiring story to really hear how they thought about their wishes. And we've done extensive training for our volunteers and our staff, particularly telling them all the changes in the policies. But we've also just had a chance to visit, play trivia, hang out. It's been pretty great. So let me say it again. I am really proud of how our entire community has handled this challenge and the change this year. And there's going to be more on the horizon. But I have the confidence that collectively, we know how to do this. We know how to further our mission and create a more sustainable future because we do it together. So our vision for FY22, it's investing in and expanding our community. And we're going to do it through a few specific initiatives. First, I might have shared with you that we started Wish It Forward, our alumni program. And this year, more than ever, we really want to focus on engaging and building our alumni community. Who tells the story better? Who could help us more fully involve people, whether it's volunteering or raising funds or doing more outreach to Wish families who maybe don't know that they're eligible. We've built a fantastic leadership council this year of former Wish parents and former Wish kids, and they're going to do great things for us, whether it's building gatherings, whether it's growing our membership base, you name it, we're excited for that. Our next initiative, our diversity, equity, and inclusion. Look, we all faced a major racial reckoning at the beginning of the pandemic. And we, like everybody else, realized that we could do a better job of how we operate, to be more inclusive, to reflect the diversity of the community we serve, to be equitable and think through things with a different lens. Last year, we spent time and some important funds on trainings and education for the staff. We've continued those, and this year intend to do far more on training and convenings in education for our staff, our board, our leadership volunteers, all of our volunteers, and our Wish families. We owe it to each other and to the mission to really build this and to make sure that it's sustainable. This is work that isn't done and gone. It's work that's got to be done every year, every day. So we're going to look to investing and growing our funds that we can put into this important initiative. Finally, I think tonight is emblematic of something we need to do and we're hoping to do better and better this year, which is recognizing and thanking and stewarding all the people in our community that do so much to make this mission happen. We want to be deliberate in how we recognize people, thanking our friends, sharing the examples of all the great things that all of you do every day to help us make the wish granting happen. It starts with things like Volunteer Appreciation Week, or really making World Wish Day something that we all get to witness and participate in. And before you know it, it's going to be our 40th anniversary in 2024. So we've got to get cracking now, get started, and I hope you'll join us in helping. In terms of recognition, let me just say it again. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being part of the Make-A-Wish team. Whether you're a volunteer, a Wish kid, a Wish parent, a referral source, a board member, a friend, or maybe it just somehow fell into this YouTube channel. I'm psyched for that too. Everybody plays a critical role in making the wishes that happened last year come true and all the ones we've got on deck this year. So thanks. Our new fiscal year started, and we're excited for what's ahead. You're going to hear about that in just a few minutes from our program director, Susie Falk. But before we do that, I want to share with you a couple of really cool wishes that are coming down the pike. See you soon.
She wants to be a doctor or a nurse is because of all of you.
Penny's currently having her own clinic being built in her backyard.
Micah actually came up with the whole concept.
I think it speaks to the imagination that so many different kids have.
This is such a cool thing. In 20 years, I've never seen a wish like this.
Good evening. I'm excited to have the opportunity to tell you a bit about our work this past year. Our wish granting looked quite different than in normal years when about 85% of our wishes are travel. Travel was on hold for the entire year, but with that, our wish planners became experts at quite a few other types of wishes, and I'm very proud to share that we were able to grant 142 wishes this past year, even in spite of rapidly changing COVID protocols and supply chain issues. We granted 45 shopping sprees, mostly virtual, 17 computer and gaming systems, 13 backyard wishes, 13 regional car travel wishes, 11 trailers, including 1 pig trailer, 7 hot tubs, 7 virtual celebrity wishes, 6 animal wishes, 5 education wishes, 4 musical instruments, 3 wishes to be, 2 room redecorations, and a handful of other wishes, including Valeria's wish to sing on a stage and Sophia's wish to be a pop star. Each and every one of those wishes was special and unique, and I'm so grateful to our staff and to our volunteer wish granters who bring such a personal touch and so much heart to delivering the wishes and enhancements to our wish kids and their families. They just display such incredible creativity and resourcefulness and are absolutely essential in to making these wishes possible. I'm also so grateful to the individuals and companies who partner with us to make the impossible possible. Companies like Manteca Trailers, who not only provided substantial discounts, but decorated their showroom and provided personal gift baskets for each of the 10 wish kids who picked up their trailers this past year. And construction partners like McLarney and Trubeck, who provided expertise and labor to create some truly incredible backyard transformations. And to so many other businesses and individuals who donate or discount their products and services to make more wishes possible. Behind every one of our wishes, there's anywhere from 5 to 50 people who help make that wish possible. And it's really amazing to see communities come together to create these unforgettable wishes for these kids. Looking at the year ahead, we are excited to begin planning domestic travel and large crowd wishes once again. Based on the guidance from our National Medical Advisory Council and in alignment with guidance from the CDC and the American Pediatric Association, we'll be requiring that families are fully vaccinated in order to move forward with those wishes. For kids who are too young or who have siblings who are too young to receive the vaccine right now, we'll let them wait a bit longer in the hope that that they're eligible soon for the vaccine. And for families who aren't planning to get vaccinated or who just don't want to wait for their kids to have a wish, as you've already heard, there are so many wishes that we are able to grant now. And we're committed to granting exceptional and safe wish experiences for every one of our children. And now, I'm very excited to introduce you to a very special 7-year-old. You're going to meet Willie and hear more about his very unique wish.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2
because of this hospital and the nurses, he's never like afraid of going to the hospital or going to the surgery, going to dialysis.
I think definitely it's the nurses.
The
They're
nurses.
all very positive and very supporting and make the environment more friendly to kids.
They're really nice. They take care of me.
One night and then before bed, we were really happy reading bedtime story, and then suddenly he got very sad and he said, "Nurses." And I said, "What nurses?" And he said, "Stanford." He said that he misses the nurses. He missed the hospital, which is we don't miss hospitals, but the kid that he misses hospitals.
I made a wish for them. And I know coronavirus is making their job very hard, so I wanted to make the job easier.
We are celebrating Willys Wish Day today at Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Stanford. It's really rare that we would get this kind of a wish. We do philanthropic wishes, but they don't come very often, and especially not from a 6, now 7-year-old. And we are surprising the nurses with lunch, catered lunch for them, as well as some care packages. As you can see, you're probably wondering why you're here. It is today's Willys Wish Day, and not only do you get to be a part of Willys Wish Day, but you are Willys Wish Day.
I actually was very speechless. Like, this is a surprise. Also exciting at the same time because this is not something that, really do expect.
We were just so incredibly grateful. It was such a kind and generous offer, and so it was just really nice to be able to appreciate all the hard work that the team has done.
I'm gonna give them drinks, coffee pods, and those are the bags with presents inside for them.
So we have some coffee cups for them with a $5 Pete's gift card.
An oil diffuser, oil for the oil diffuser, a stress ball, and a massage thingy.
Willie's favorite food is pizza, so everyone got a pizza pen.
Yeah, it definitely was a really hard year with COVID. Just so grateful.
Yeah.
So thankful. We've never had this before.
He went to one nurse and she said to him, "You have such a big heart." And his response was, "Not as big as yours." I couldn't handle it.
I just can't tell you how appreciative I am that he thought to give, his Make-A-Wish to the nurses. And that's just really phenomenal. We never see that.
I'm gonna say I appreciate your hard work.
The dialysis center is the place that make us feel like peaceful and
Feel more
joy.
comfortable.
Then we feel that our kids can be taken good care of in the hospital. We really appreciate their effort, their job.
Thank you, nurses!
I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I did. I just love seeing how surprised and touched the nurses are, and how much pleasure Willie is obviously getting from the experience. There's probably never been a year in which members of the medical community deserved our appreciation and support as much as this past year, and so I'm grateful to Willie for making sure they got a little boost during this challenging time. One of the things I didn't realize before coming to Make-A-Wish was just how closely we work with the medical community, and in particular how integral social workers are in terms of our work. They're often the ones who submit the referrals to us, who help determine if a wish is safe and appropriate, and sometimes they work with the kids to help them brainstorm different ideas. I've learned so much from the social workers that we work with, and I'm really pleased that one of them, Stephanie Patrizzi, agreed to take a little bit of time out of her very busy day to talk with us a bit about Make-A-Wish and how we work together. So I'm excited to share a bit of our conversation with you now.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for chatting with me today. I'm really excited to talk with you. So tell me just a little bit, describe like what your role is as a social worker and in a pediatric setting.
Sure. Yes, and thank you, Susie. It's really nice to sit down. I am a pediatric social worker at UCSF on the San Francisco campus, and I work specifically in the neuro-oncology program, and we see children with brain tumors. My role here mainly is I work really closely with the medical team and really closely with the patients and their families. I get to know the patients and their families, what home life is like for them, what grade they are in, what's important to the patient and family. And really, we as social workers and myself, we help the family navigate the very difficult journey of treatment. And, sometimes that's just answering questions about coming to the hospital. And the other piece is supporting them emotionally and seeing if they have any stressors that we're not talking about or any questions that they have that's bothering them. Either it's the parent or the patient themselves, or maybe even potentially a sibling in the family that's having a very difficult time.
And so where does Make-A-Wish sort of fit into that in terms of that journey with the family?
Yeah, well, Make-A-Wish is amazing. And most of our patients, depending on their diagnosis and how much treatment they may need for their brain tumor, qualify for Make-A-Wish. So we're really lucky that this is offered to them. So what we would do is talk to a family about what Make-A-Wish is and make a referral. And it's so important because what it really has meant to these patients is they get to talk about something that's happy and something that is about fun and something that's really, something that they want or desire. And it brings joy to them. And sometimes that's really in a time that other conversations we're having are really sad conversations or really stressful conversations for them. So during a really dark time, then someone's coming to talk to them about, well, what is, if anything, we can do for you that we can look forward to or plan something a little special for you.
What impact does Make-A-Wish have in terms of your work and the work of your colleagues?
I think that just like when the patient, we find so much joy in seeing a patient or a family talk about their Make-A-Wish experience. And I don't only mean when the wish is unveiled or the trip happens, like even down to the planning process, and all the families have come back and had such positive feedback for all the volunteers and the wish makers that get to meet with them. But I think we get joy out of that. And, just like I mentioned, that we are so happy that the patient gets a break from talking about sad things or very stressful things and very dark things at times. It's really nice for us to then check in and have the same conversation and say, how's that going? And, how's the planning going? When is your trip or your special event happening? And if it's coming up soon, it's so important to talk about what the patients are looking forward to and what brings them joy right now. And Make-A-Wish has really done that. And the social work department and my colleagues, really, we talk about sometimes that it is hard every day to talk about sometimes really hard topics. And we work with a lot of families where we're trying to get them as many resources as possible. And sometimes we hit, roadblocks or we don't have the answers for families. So when we can talk about Make-A-Wish and we know that something really fun is on the horizon or something that's going to bring so many members of the family such joy, it's really nice. And it's everyone that I work with is really happy when we talk about Make-A-Wish and how we can use the agency to really get these things for families, and everyone gets such joy seeing the results of a Make-A-Wish. That's incredible too. When social workers and my colleagues have pictures or updates from when a patient has been able to go on either a trip or go to an event, we often share pictures with each other and just really are excited for any of the patients that get to go on a Make-A-Wish or do something with you guys.
We love the photos too. Do you have a favorite wish that one of your patients has told you about? Probably, I know you're not supposed to have favorites, but one that you liked a lot.
Well, I think, I think there's a couple wishes that just really bring a smile to my face. And it is so incredibly endearing and heartwarming is when we have patients that really want the whole family to experience something or share it with their sibling. And so any of the time, I know COVID has been so difficult, but anytime there's a family trip with portraits and an experience that that all family members participate in are extra special, because even those parents often come to clinic and are like, we all got to do this and look at these pictures of our family together. And that's really special too. And we really love seeing those pictures with the whole family together. So those are wonderful.
Well, hopefully we'll have some more of those coming your way this year.
Yes, I think everyone's looking forward to that.
Yeah. What you do is amazing. And you're so helpful to our team because, you get to meet the families face to face. Often we don't. So we really rely, so heavily on you. So we're super grateful.
We love Make-A-Wish and making referrals.
Thank you, Susie, and thank you, Stephanie, for sharing more about the referral process. And I want to have a special thank you to Stephanie for being one of our most active referral sources from our medical community. I also want to now move into talking a little bit more. One of the things I love about doing all this stuff is that sometimes we have technical glitches. It happens. This is a pandemic. We're actually having one right now. The good news is I'm not on mute. The bad news is that sometimes we have a technical glitch. So let me start with telling you a little bit more about the wish granting process. Let's take our last year. So last year we did 142 wishes. We had every wish, if you think about it, has at least two wish granting volunteers. And each volunteer interacts with our wish kiddo and their family at a minimum of 4 times. For the interview, when they're doing the wish reveal, probably a waiting wish enhancement, a celebration of the wish. If you do the math, that's more than 1,100 volunteer connections with wish kids and their families this year alone. And let's remember, this is a pandemic. It's extraordinary. So that's also not even quantifying the kind of contributions that other volunteers are giving. Our board, our advisory councils, our committee members, they're committed to helping us with this, but what about our others? Our construction partners, our puppy trainers, the interior decorators that think up these amazing bedroom makeovers, the photographers or the videographers, like the one who's working here tonight with me. The translators, you name it, these people are what make it happen. Generally, I like to say wishes take 100 hands. Frankly, I've lost count. We're well beyond 100 because we've got a lot here. It's impossible to acknowledge all the time and effort that so many amazing people give to us every wish. But tonight, I'm really excited to be able to spotlight a few key volunteers who've gone above and beyond this year and honor them with our chapter's annual volunteer awards.
Good evening. My name is Ben Kowalski, and I'm a member of the Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area Board. I'm here this evening to present the Wish Impact Award. For each child facing a critical illness, we have the opportunity to bring the community together to help them have the best wish experience possible. Volunteers and partners who donate their time and skills to make wishes come true have the power to transform the lives of children with critical illness. The Wish Impact Award recognizes a company or an individual who greatly enhances a wish come true, contributing their time and skills and resources. 5-year-old Sophia's wish for a front yard makeover, complete with an accessible swing set, wheelchair-friendly turf grass, and expanded paved entry, was an incredibly complex wish requiring skilled help. When the Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area team approached me for a potential connection to construction, I knew exactly who to call. Brett McClarney and his team were the right people for the job. Without hesitation, Brett and his team at McClarney visited Sophia's home, drew up detailed plans for the family, and engaged their vendor community to speed production. Their dedication and efficiency meant that the installation of the front yard play space was able to be completed in record time, over 1 weekend. During that time, I remember Brett texting me pictures, showing me how much enjoyment he was having fulfilling the wish, and I could just see the enjoyment on Sophia and her family's faces as well. The company donated all their time and resources to Make-A-Wish funds, which means our funds went for even further for more wishes. Sophia and her family were truly blown away at the sight of so many McLarney employees and their family members working tirelessly to transform their home into a playful oasis for Sophia, and Sophia has loved playing in her new space ever since. I'm honored to present McLarney Construction with the Wish Impact Award today. Brett, thank you very much personally and on behalf of the Make-A-Wish Board.
Ben, thank you so much for those kind words, and on behalf of vendors who donated materials and all of the volunteers, I can unequivocally say that we received so much more from the experience than we gave. It was a magical experience that pulled us all together with the greater impact of an observed connection to the broader neighborhood in which Sophia lives. It was a wonderful experience.
My name is Daniel Marley, and I'm the volunteer manager at Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area. As volunteer manager, I see the care and creativity that our wish granters bring to each wish. The pandemic has greatly affected the way we grant wishes, with interviews, reveals, and celebrations moving into the virtual space. Additionally, many wishes have been put on hold to ensure the safety of our wish families. While our wish kids have patiently waited, our fantastic volunteers have stepped up to create magical opportunities and experiences for them. The Unlock Hope Innovation Award honors a group of volunteers who went above and beyond to bring hope to a waiting wish kid in a creative way. 18-year-old wish kid Charlotte, who is battling cancer, loves to cook. While Charlotte waited for her wish granters, Eric Law Hing and Joan Trabucco, reached out to chef Linda Hills to coordinate a Zoom cooking class for Charlotte. For the class, Charlotte chose to create one of her favorite sweet treats, fresh churros with chocolate dipping sauce. Charlotte, Eric, Joan, and Linda met on Zoom and had a fantastic time frying up some churros and learning some unique kitchen skills. Charlotte's mom, Allie, reported that Charlotte loved the class and hopes to do another. It's my honor to present Eric Law Hing, Joan Trabucco, and Linda Hills with the Unlock Hope Innovation Award for their incredible work on Charlotte's virtual cooking class.
As wish granters, when we meet with the kids for that initial interview, it's really important to get as much information about them as possible that's not necessarily anything to do with the wish, but about their personalities, because that helps you find things like she has a passion for cooking, to do these enhancement type or while you wait wishes.
Thank you. Oh, that is an amazing award to be granted. It was amazing meeting Charlotte and her passion for cooking, and we were very fortunate to find Linda to be able to host an online Zoom cooking class. It's very tough for our wish granters.
I was very fortunate to be able to do the class because it was so much fun for me also. I'm a cooking class instructor and I love especially to work with kids. And during last year when a lot of hands-on was limited, I reached out to Daniel to see if my services could be of use. And I was so appreciative that Daniel said, yeah, let's find you some wish kids that we can use your services for. So very thankful for Make-A-Wish to be able to do this with kids because it's incredibly fun for me, and to see the kids have a good time with it and learn something. Charlotte was especially fun.
Congratulations to the three of you for putting together a wonderful wish enhancement for Charlotte, and thanks to all of you for all that you do.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Becky Smith, and I'm a wish planner. And in the past year and a half, Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area has had to go virtual when it comes to sharing our incredible stories with event attendees, donors, and other audiences. While our constituents stayed safe at home, we used photography, video, and virtual storytelling to bring our amazing wish stories to life for them. This storytelling has allowed us to bring joy and hope to our community at a time when we all really needed it. It has inspired many to continue to support our mission and makes us all feel more connected, even while we're remote. The Storytellers Award salutes a passionate volunteer who is committed to helping us tell our story in dynamic new ways.
I'm excited to present this award today to Ian Williamson. Ian is a talented video producer and gifted storyteller who has helped out in a huge way this past year. I worked with Ian as he rallied his community to provide audiovisual support for Valeria's wish to sing on stage at the Concord Pavilion, while at the same time capturing footage for a truly amazing wish video telling her story. He also produced wish videos for Sophia and Christian's musical wishes, and all 3 videos were featured in our 2021 Evening of Wishes Gala. Ian also produced incredible segments for our Gift of a Wish virtual event last fall, and edited our World Wish Day Authors Roundtable, which aired in April 2021. He is resourceful, collaborative, and a true creative partner who always has a strong vision of the best way to showcase each child's wish. He continues to give tirelessly of his time and talent with more wish stories on the horizon. He even had a hand in producing many of the videos you see today. So please join me in celebrating Ian Williamson with the Storytellers Award.
I am so excited to be receiving this award. I love making these videos for Make-A-Wish. It's really important to me to be a part of something larger than myself, and it really feels good to be able to give back to the world when I can. I'm honored to be a volunteer for Make-A-Wish, and I really look forward to many more stories to tell in the years ahead. Thank you for the opportunities, and thank you for this award.
Hi, my name is Deborah Huber. I'm a Wish parent and the chair of the Wish It Forward Council. Wish kids and their families are a reason for being at Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area. After we've granted a wish, many Wish kids, their siblings, and their parents get involved with the Make-A-Wish community. They support us by volunteering, fundraising, donating, sharing the Make-A-Wish mission through their storytelling, speaking at events, and much more. The Wish It Forward Full Circle Award celebrates individuals for their work in paying it forward and helping us further our mission. We are thrilled to present this year's award to an incredible young woman, Wish alum Lena Strickland. When Lena was 10 years old, her wish to swim with the dolphins was granted by another chapter. Then, after moving as a teen, she got very involved with the Greater Bay Area chapter. Since then, Lena has poured her immense heart, energy, and talents into helping our chapter with its mission in a myriad of ways. In high school, Lena ran our youth board and later took on the role of youth board volunteer liaison after graduating. She's spoken at many events, and in 2020, she confidently served as the MC for our Evening of Wishes Gala. Lena is an expert peer-to-peer fundraiser and has participated in many fundraising events and online campaigns. She even interned at the Greater Bay Area office for a time. And as a Wish mom myself, I've had the privilege of working with Lena on the Wish It Forward Council. And last, but by no means least, Lena is a wish granter who has helped create many, many magical wishes for other Wish kids. We are thrilled to present Lena with the Wish It Forward Full Circle Award in recognition of her significant contribution to Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area.
I feel incredibly honored to be accepting this award. I want to start by thanking the Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area staff. They have seen a lot of potential in me and have continued to push me in high school and throughout college, giving me incredible opportunities to be able to grow. And no matter how far I've gone away from the chapter, they've always welcomed me back with open arms and made it feel like a family. And I'm just very, very grateful for them. And also all the volunteers that I've had the pleasure of working with. Obviously, we couldn't do it without you, all the wish granters and other fundraising people that I've had the pleasure of meeting and being able to work alongside with. They've also taught me so much and helped me to grow. And also for my parents, I started fundraising before I knew how to drive. So for them, being able to drive me everywhere and continuing to be big supporters of me. I couldn't have done all the fundraisers I've done without them. They've always been my biggest donors, which is nice. And I'm just so grateful to be here and to be able to continue to work with this chapter. And it's honestly like a huge honor to be with Make-A-Wish and to continue to work with the kids that I work with. Being able to pay it back for something that made such a big impact on me as a child, and being able to see, you know, their smiling faces and taking it back to that time, a really long time ago now, for when I was in a pretty dark time, just being newly diagnosed with Crohn's disease and being pretty scared, and remembering my wish granters coming in and bringing a lot of sunshine into my life for that whole year of process, and how exciting it was to being able to go Bahamas with my family and take a break from medical things and being able to focus on something that I've always dreamed of doing and having so much fun. And I'm just really grateful to be able to give that back to an organization that means so much to me. So thank you.
It's well deserved, Lena, and thank you for those lovely words. And congratulations.
Congratulations to all our incredible award winners. Wow, the work you've done is incredible. Thank you. I'm pleased to present tonight our final award, and doing it this evening to our longtime supporter, Make-A-Wish champion, and a personal friend of mine, David Milstein. David joined the Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area Board of Directors 15 years ago. And in that time, he served in more leadership positions than most of us will ever do in a lifetime. He's served as secretary of the board, treasurer of the board, vice chair, and chair several times over. He's served on a bunch of board committees. In addition to all that board service, he's a dedicated event supporter, and he's been instrumental in making our events a success. He's brought along his wonderful wife, Carol, to that, his son, Michael. David's gone above and beyond by bringing friends, too. But as importantly, his guidance and his leadership over the last 15 years have been unparalleled. And he, in many ways, has helped us create the really sustainable future that I think we have as a chapter. This August marked the end of David's long tenure on our board. And in order to honor his immense contributions, we've created an award that we'll pass along each year to an honoree. We're calling it the David L. Milstein Outstanding Leadership Award. And tonight, while we'll give this award annually, tonight we're going to ask and have David be the inaugural winner of this award. So I'm excited to present this to you, David, and say thank you on behalf of the entire staff, on the current board, and the many boards you served on at Make-A-Wish. Thank you for your incredible service to the organization, for your support of me, and so many of our Wish kids, and congratulations. I really appreciate you joining us live tonight, David, too, and I hope you'll say a few words to our audience.
Betsy, thank you. I am humbled to receive this award. Thinking back as to why I got involved with Make-A-Wish, it's probably the same for many of us, that I am so fortunate, my wife and I, so fortunate to have a child who's been very healthy. Only injuries are sports related. And we felt that it was important for us to be able to give whatever we could to organizations that were focused on helping children who were less fortunate health-wise. And I couldn't have been more pleased with the choice.
So you're going to get us ready for the next thing.
Family. Few organizations have a mission as direct and pure as Make-A-Wish, and implement against it so well. In thinking about a comment or two to make, I remember some years back, our son Michael told me about a meeting he had with some of his college teammates, and they were talking about careers that their parents had. And Michael said that what impressed his teammates most was not the job I had or the career I had, but rather my involvement with Make-A-Wish. And in reflecting on that, these kids had it right. Jobs, careers speak to what we are, but being involved with organizations like Make-A-Wish speak to who we are, who we really are as people. So I was really taken by that. My dealings with Betsy started soon after I was asked to rejoin the board, probably back around 2015. The CEO then, Patricia Wilson, said, "We'd love to have you back on the board." And I said, "That's great." And I then found out about a week or two later that the reason why she wanted back on the board was to head up the search committee to find her replacement. We soon started interviewing, met Betsy. My first meeting with Betsy, I was sure she was the one. The committee agreed with me pretty soon, and Betsy then joined us. Better choice could not have been made. The organization has never been better led. The staff has never been more confident, and we've never had a board that's been as engaged on all levels as we have right now. So kudos to Betsy for that. My involvement with the organization has enabled me to feel that I've had a more meaningful life. And I think all of you involved in the organization, when you reflect upon that yourselves, will feel the same. So I thank you for the opportunity to have been involved with such a great organization. I plan to stay engaged in some way or another going forward. And all the best to Betsy, her team, and to all of you in supporting this wonderful organization going forward. Thank you so much.
Wow, David, thank you. Thank you for all you've done, and thank you for those remarks. I'll send you the check for all the nice things you said about me later. Just kidding. Anyway, wow, what an evening we've had. Thanks, everybody, for sticking with us. Thanks for the technical glitches. It is a pandemic after all, and if we didn't pivot tonight and try and reemerge, we will soon. I cannot forget or end without telling you that we have a winner from the registration giveaway, and I want to recognize Gino Orphanopoulos as our winner tonight. Gino, you're going to get a fabulous bag of Make-A-Wish swag, and I hope you will wear everything that you've got and use it and share that Make-A-Wish brand and story out there. So before I end, one last thing. We've got a couple of events coming up. We've got our Young Professional Advisory Council's Trivia Night, which will be virtual this year on October 20th. It'll be a great way to do team bonding, and it is really fun and a little hard if you're not super good at trivia. And our Greater Bay Wish Quest scavenger hunt will be back this year. December 4th and 5th, it is not too late to start forming your team and to get ready for a really fun weekend. I wish we were here so I could give everybody a hug and say thank you. I can't do that, so virtual hug, virtual thanks. See y'all soon.